Napoleon Hill quotes that you need to hear. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. The starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep this constantly in mind. Weak desire brings weak results, just as a small fire makes a small amount of heat. A genius is simply one who has taken full possession of his own mind and directed it toward objectives of his own choosing, without permitting outside influences to discourage or mislead him. Put your foot upon the neck of the fear of criticism by reaching a decision not to worry about what other people think, do, or say. Those who succeed in an outstanding way seldom do so before the age of 40. More often, they do not strike their real pace until they are well beyond the age of 50. A quitter never wins and a winner never quits. Desire backed by faith knows no such word as impossible. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude toward others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me, because I will believe in them and in myself. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. When defeat comes, accept it as a signal that your plans are not sound. Rebuild those plans and set sail once more toward your coveted goal. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. You may be hurt if you love too much, but you will live in misery if you love too little. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. If you are not learning while you're earning, you are cheating yourself out of the better portion of your compensation. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. Our only limitations are those we set up in our own minds. There is no substitute for persistence. The person who makes persistence his watchword discovers that old man failure finally becomes tired and makes his departure. Failure cannot cope with persistence. You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions ready to be wished upon anyone who will accept them. If you are influenced by opinions when you reach decisions, you will not succeed in any undertaking. When your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Happiness is found in doing, not merely possessing. When you are able to maintain your own highest standards of integrity, regardless of what others may do, you are destined for greatness. Tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. This is the equivalent of saying deeds, and not words, are what count most. An educated man is not, necessarily, one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated man is one who has so developed the faculties of his mind that he may acquire anything he wants, or its equivalent, without violating the rights of others. More gold had been mined from the mind of men than the earth itself. Wise men, when in doubt whether to speak or to keep quiet, give themselves the benefit of the doubt and remain silent. A goal is a dream with a deadline. If you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. Persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Any ideas, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind through repetition of thought. Success in life depends upon happiness, and happiness is found in no other way than through service that is rendered in a spirit of love. We refuse to believe that which we don't understand. Remember, too, that all who succeed in life get off to a bad start and pass through many heartbreaking struggles before they arrive. The turning point in the lives of those who succeed usually comes at some moment of crisis, through which they are introduced to their other selves. Cherish your vision and your dreams as they are the children of your soul, the blueprints of your ultimate achievements. To win the big stakes in this changed world, you must catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past, whose dreams have given to civilization all that it has of value. The spirit that serves as the lifeblood of our own country, your opportunity and mine, to develop, and market our talents. Hold a picture of yourself long and steadily enough in your mind's eye, and you will be drawn toward it. Think twice before you speak, because your words and influence will plant the seed of either success or failure in the mind of another. Effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. There is a difference between wishing for a thing and being ready to receive it. No one is ready for a thing until he believes he can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief, not mere hope or wish. Open-mindedness is essential for belief. Perhaps we shall learn, as we pass through this age, that the other self is more powerful than the physical self we see when we look into a mirror. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. It is your responsibility to make sure that positive emotions constitute the dominating influence of your mind. Awake, arise, and assert yourself, you dreamers of the world. Your star is now in ascendancy. There are no limitations to the mind except those that we acknowledge. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go along. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. The capacity to surmount failure without being discouraged is the chief asset of every person who attains outstanding success in any calling. Neglecting to broaden their view has kept some people doing one thing all their lives. Remember that it is not the lawyer who knows the most law, but the one who best prepares his case, who wins. If you must speak ill of another, do not speak it. Write it in the sand near the water's edge. First comes thought, then organization of that thought into ideas and plans, then transformation of those plans into reality. The beginning, as you will observe, is in your imagination. Desire is the starting point of all achievement, not a hope, not a wish, but a keen pulsating desire which transcends everything. That is one of the tricks of opportunity. It has a sly habit of slipping in by the back door, and often it comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. Perhaps this is why so many fail to recognize opportunity. Most great people have attained their greatest success just one step beyond their greatest failure. If you believe yourself unfortunate because you have loved and lost, perish the thought. One who has loved truly can never lose entirely. Fears are nothing more than a state of mind. The cause of the depression is traceable directly to the worldwide habit of trying to reap without sowing. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve regardless of how many times you may have failed in the past or how lofty your aims and hopes may be. Every man is what he is because of the dominating thoughts which he permits to occupy his mind. Both success and failure are largely the results of habit. The world has the habit of making room for the man whose words and actions show that he knows where he is going. Remember that your real wealth can be measured not by what you have, but by what you are. Disappointment over love affairs generally has the effect of driving men to drink and women to ruin, and this because most people never learn the art of transmuting their strongest emotions into dreams of a constructive nature. No man has a chance to enjoy permanent success until he begins to look in a mirror for the real cause of all his mistakes. No one can make you jealous, angry, vengeful, or greedy unless you let him. Every great leader of the past, whose record I have examined, was beset by difficulties and met with temporary defeat before arriving. Opportunity, it often comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. Knowledge is power. It is nothing of the sort. Knowledge is only potential power. It becomes power only when, and if, it is organized into definite plans of action and directed to a definite end. Failure is man-made circumstance. It is never real until accepted by man as permanent. If you are ready for the secret, you already possess one half of it. Therefore, you will readily recognize the other half the moment it reaches your mind. Successful men become successful only because they acquire the habit of thinking in terms of success. Procrastination is the bad habit of putting off until the day after tomorrow what should have been done the day before yesterday. There is very little difference in people, But that little difference makes a big difference. The little difference is attitude. The big difference is whether it is positive or negative. Failure is a trickster with a keen sense of irony and cunning. It takes great delight in tripping one when success is almost within reach. If you fail to control your own mind, you may be sure you will control nothing else. It is literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.